conducting experiments on herself to document patterns in her sleep. She kept a dream journal and trained herself to recognize when she was dreaming. At first, the results were fascinating. She could control certain elements of her dreams, changing the scenery, summoning objects, even flying. But soon, she noticed something odd. Whenever she tried to manipulate a dream too much, a shadowy figure would appear in the distance, watching her. She ignored it, thinking it was just a construct of her subconscious, but every night the figure grew closer. One night, Lena slipped into a lucid dream, standing in a vast, empty field under a crimson sky. She tried to summon a door to exit the dream, but instead she heard a voice, a deep whispering sound that sent chills through her. "You shouldn't be here." Turning around, she saw the figure clearly for the first time. A tall, emaciated man with hollow eyes and an impossibly wide grin. His skin was ashen, stretched tight over his bones. His fingers were long and clawed, twitching as if eager to reach out. Lena panicked and forced herself awake, gasping for breath. Her heart pounded and sweat drenched her body. But the worst part? When she looked at the journal beside her bed, she found new words written in shaky handwriting that wasn't hers. "You can't wake up forever." Chapter 3. The Bleeding of Reality. Lena became obsessed with uncovering the truth behind her dreams. She researched ancient beliefs about dreams being portals to other realms. Some cultures believed that nightmares were entities that could latch onto dreamers, pulling them deeper into their realm until they could never wake up. She stopped lucid dreaming, afraid of the shadow man, but it was too late. One night, she wasn't dreaming, but she still saw him, standing at the foot of her bed. His hollow eyes bore into her, his grin stretching wider than before. She blinked, and he was gone. But something had changed. She began hearing whispers in the dark, feeling cold fingers brush against her skin in her sleep. Her reality and nightmares were merging. Lena realized she needed to fight back. She decided to confront the shadow man in her dreams and force him to leave her alone. That night, she willed herself into a lucid dream. She found herself in a distorted version of her bedroom, walls melting, shadows pulsing like living creatures. And there he was. "Why are you doing this?" "You brought me here. You're just a nightmare, not anymore." He lunged at her. She screamed, but this time she couldn't wake up. Days passed. Her body lay motionless in bed, doctors unable to explain why she wouldn't wake up. But in her mind, she was still trapped, lost in an endless nightmare where the shadow man ruled. "Told you, you can't wake up forever." And then the real horror set in. Lena was never dreaming. She had been awake the whole time, and now she was trapped in his world. Epilogue: The Next Victim. Months later, a new psychology student picked up Lena's research journal, intrigued by her studies on lucid dreaming. That night, in his dreams, he saw a shadowy figure standing in the distance, watching him, waiting. The cycle was beginning again. Final thought. Are you sure your nightmares are just dreams? Or is something watching you from the other side, waiting for the right moment to pull you in?